Hello my friends, this is teacher JB. Today we are going to study English with the story Biking with Grandma. Biking with Grandma. First, let us practice some vocabulary. First one is beach. Beach. Second one, bike. Bike. Next one, decide. Decide has two syllables, except in the second syllable, decide. Decide. Next one, fast. Fast. Next one, girl. Girl. Next one, grandma. It has two syllables, except in the first syllable, and D is silent. Grandma, or you can say grandma. 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 Next one, hour, and H is silent. Hour. Next one, practice. Practice. Two syllables, accent on the first syllable, practice. Next one, relax. Relax. Accent on the second syllable, relax. Next one, ride. Ride. And slow. Slow. Still. Still. The last one, young. Young. Lisa and her grandma go to the beach. They ride their bikes. Grandma still rides like a young girl. She is very fast. Lisa is slow, but she is willing to practice. The two ride their bikes for 4 hours. They decide to relax. Lisa gives her grandma a hug. Now let us read the story in past tense. Lisa and her grandma went to the beach. They rode their bikes. Grandma still rides and rode like a young girl. She was very fast. Lisa was slow. She was willing to practice. The two ride, past tense is rode their bikes for 4 hours. They decide is a regular verb. Decided. They decide to relax. Lisa gave her grandma a hug. Let us read the story one more time. Lisa and her grandma went to the beach. They rode their bikes. Grandma still rode like a young girl. She was very fast. Lisa was slow, but she was willing to practice. The two rode their bikes for 4 hours. They decided to relax. Lisa gave her grandma a hug. Okay, there are 5 scrambled sentences, and let us unscramble them. So we need to find the subject here, and this is quite long and then hard to find the subject. So this case, we need to find the verb, which is go. So we put go here, and then by this we know that the subject is not third person singular. So it could be Lisa and somebody else. Lisa and her grandma, 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 go to the beach. Go to the beach, Beach. Next one, the only subjective case is they. So they, verb is ride. They ride their bikes, B-I-K-E-S. They ride their bikes. Next one, the subject can be grandma and her grandma. So grandma, grandma, and rise. So rise is the verb And then we have an adverb still. So still comes here. Grandma still rides like a young girl. Like a young girl. Next one. Bikes. The 4-2 there. So here it's another hard sentence. And then here we have ride as the verb. So we can say ride here. Again, by this we know that the subject cannot be third person singular. And then here we have the two. Lisa and her grandma. The two as the subject. The two ride what? Their bikes for 4 hours. It's a long time to ride a bike. So for 4 hours. The two ride their bikes, okay, their bikes for 4 hours. And the last one, subject is they, because this is the only subjective case. They, the verb is decide to relax. They decide to relax. Okay, now we have 5 unscrambled sentences. Using them, let us practice reading. Lisa and her grandma. Lisa and her, Lisa and her, and D here, and H goes away. Lisa and her grandma go to the beach. Go to the beach. This one read go to the beach. Go to the beach. They ride their bikes. So there's no problem. They ride their bikes. Grandma still rides like a. Grandma still rides like a. Like. And like a young girl. Grandma still rides like a young girl. The two ride their bikes for 4 hours. The two ride there. Ride there. D and TH sound similar. Just say ride there. The two ride their bikes for 4 hours. They decide to. Here this D sound and to, they similar. So say decide to. Decide to relax. They decide to relax. Lisa and her grandma go to the beach. They ride their bikes. Grandma still rides like a young girl. The two ride their bikes for 4 hours. They decide to relax. Decide to relax. Okay, friends, this is the conclusion of today's study. I will come back to you with another story as soon as possible. Until then, keep studying English and have a great day. Bye.